Welcome back to Reading Cicero Out Loud. We're doing the second half of chapter 18, hence the 18b here. B being the second half, A is this first half of a chapter, and we're going to explore the part where he talks about Medea, the sorcerer from the East, from plays of Greek tragedy, and he applies this to one of the characters in this court case. I wonder who. Quo loco possum dicere id quod vir clarissimus Marcus Crassus cum de adventu regis Ptolemai quereretur Paulante dixit. In this place is quo loco, connecting relative. At this point, in this place, I can say that which the most famous man or the most distinguished man, Marcus Crassus, when he was complaining about the arrival of King Ptolemy, said a little bit earlier, Paulo ante, a little bit earlier. Ante is functioning like an adverb. Utinam ne nemore pelio. If only something had not happened in the Pelian Grove, the Grove of Peleus. The Grove of Peleus is where the adventures of the Argonauts start, where the Argonauts are going to leave from, they're going to make a ship from the trees and leave to go to where Medea lives, where the Golden Fleece is, on a quest, a dangerous quest. And this quote comes from this play by Ennius, of which we have this fragment left. I don't think we have the full play. Utinam ne in nemore Pelio. If only in the Pelian Grove something had not happened. I can translate for you the rest of this here in a moment, but it comes from there. Crassus quotes these lines. It's a long series of consequences of it starts with trees getting chopped down, and if only that hadn't happened, then my wandering mistress Medea would not have set foot out of home, as in she would not have caused any mischief, e.g. killing her children and stuff, and she also would not have left her ancient home to marry Jason and stuff. So that is, there was a calamity that happened because of this early, seemingly innocuous event of trees getting chopped down. And Crassus is quoting this to show, oh no, if only the embassy that was led by Dio from Alexandria had never reached Italy, then this trouble would not have happened. It's a bit of a logical stretch, and I think that it is. My opinion is that it's being used humorously as like an overly long reason why something tragic could have happened. Is like, oh, if only this first thing didn't happen. Ac longius mihi quidem contexere hoc carmen liceret. And I'm allowed, mihi licet is I'm allowed, and this one would be I would be allowed, kind of like a potential subjunctive there, to continue this poem longer or further, and then quidem is just indeed. And indeed, I may be allowed to continue this poem longer or further. Nam numquam era errans. I'm missing all of those elisions. Nam numquera errans. Can't do it. Hanc molestiam nobis exhiberet. Medea. Animaegro. Amore saevo saucia. Definitely missing a lot of the elisions there, but for never would my wandering mistress erra errans. The double R is a different sound than the single R, but there's certainly a word sound, a sound play by the original poet Ennius, who was putting this together. For never would my wandering mistress, that is Medea, who came from the east, from Colchis, and who has married Jason, becoming a mistress, a female household leader, sort of. Hanc molestiam nobis exhibere. Never would my wandering mistress have shown this trouble to us, have given us this trouble, caused us this trouble. Medea of the sick heart, as in like having a unhealthy mind, bit deranged kind of thing. Medea of the sick heart. Some editions are going to have animo agra, agreeing with Medea. So Medea sick at heart would be a different way to render that, basically meaning the same thing. And the elisions, agro and amore, as they're going to make it impossible to really tell from listening which of the editions is meant. So that makes it totally understandable that there's more than one interpretation of that line. Medea with a sick heart, Saucia, wounded by a savage love. Si genem judices, for thus, O judges, in this way, O judges, you will find out, reperietis, that which, quod, cum ad illoci venero, when I come to that place, you will find out that which I will show, ostendam, which I will show, which I will demonstrate. Hanc Palatinam Medeam migrationemque hanc adolescenti causam sive malorem omnium sive potius sermonum fuisse. That is, I will show you this, that which I will show you. That this Medea of the Palatine, Medea of the Palatine, is giving a Greek name and a local flavor. Imagine if you had something like this Romeo and Juliet of the, and then insert local name here of the Melbourne area or something. Melbourne's Juliet or something, but in this case it's this Palatine Medea. I will show you that this Palatine Medea and her migration, her moving, and it would be hunk is like this movement, like this migration had been the cause for our young man of either all the evils, or more likely Potius, or rather all of the rumors. There was a migration of Medea when she moved all the way from Colchis to go be with her now husband Jason in the stories. Jason, who then betrayed her. And I will, at the end of this chapter, now that I've said the whole chapter out loud, say what the full poem was so that you can appreciate the full length of reasons, causes between, if only in the Pelian Grove the trees hadn't been chopped down, till Medea leaves us and causes us all of this trouble. Utinam ne in nemore Pelio securibus. If only in the Pelian wood, by means of axes, Caesa accidisset abiegna ad terram trabes. If only the abiegna, that was the fir tree, I think, having been cut down, it was some kind of tree. If only it hadn't fallen down to the ground, the trabes, the beam, the beam of fir wood, neve inde navis incoandae exordium coipisset, nor from there, if only this ship, the as yet unformed beginning of the ship, this is genitive, if only the beginning had not arisen, had not begun, of that as yet unformed ship. If only the ship's beginning had not arisen from there, from the Pelian grove, the ship quae nunc nominator nomine Argo, quia Argivi in ea delecti viri vecti peteban pellem inauratam arietis, colchis. Oh, there's so much alliteration here that it's delicious. The ship which now is called by name, nominator nomine, that's very alliterative. Argo, quia argivi. Deliberate choice of similar sound in words because they're emphasizing the name of the ship and why it's called that. The Argo, which is now named by name the Argo, because the Argives are a tribe of Greeks. The chosen Argive men, delecti viri, carried in it, vecti in ea, carried in it, were seeking, or once sought, used to seek, the pelem inauratam, the golden pelt, the golden fleece, arietis, of the ram of Colchis, imperio regis Pelii, at the command of the king Peleus. Peleus is the name of the king. Caelio is the name of the grove that he owns, where the ship's wood came from. At the command of the King Peleus, through treachery. It was an evil king who sent them on the quest. Nam nunquam era errans mea domo exferet pedem. I've missed all those allusions. For never would my wandering mistress have set foot out of home. Medea, this one has Igra, sick at heart, wounded with a savage love.